Linux can feel intimidating, especially when you see those strange RWX letters next to files. But here's the good news. File permissions are just rules about who can do what. Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll understand Linux file permissions. Before we proceed, I'd like to make a request. 98% of you watching my videos still haven't yet subscribed. If you like this and other videos, hit the subscribe button and also like the video. It really goes a long way and I deeply appreciate it. In Linux, every file and directory has three types of roles. User or owner, the person who created or owns the file or directory. Group, a set of users that share permissions to access the directory or file. And others, everyone else on the system who is neither the owner nor in the group. This structure ensures that access can be tightly controlled depending on who's interacting with the file or directory. Each ownership group is assigned three types of permissions. Read allows the file to be opened. Write allows the content to be modified. Finally, execute allows the file to be run or enables executing of commands on the directory, for example, listing of files. These permissions work in three groups of three, one for the owner, one for the group, and one for others. Let's explore these permissions by hopping into the terminal and running the ls command with the L flag. That gibberish at the start of each file and directory actually tells us everything about permissions. At the start, D means that this is a directory. Alternatively, a dash means it's a file. We'll work with files shortly. RWX means that the owner can read, write, and execute. Members of the group, bash, can also read, write, and execute, same as the owner. All other users can only read and execute. Now let's look at a file. RW- means that the owner, bash, can only read and write to the file, and R-, means anyone in the group can only read the file. Finally, same with the group, all other users can also only read the file. So the file is editable by the owner only and safe from modifications by everyone else. Linux also represents permissions with numbers. 4 representing read, write, 2 and execute 1. We can also add up these numbers based on various permission combinations. You add them together for each group. For example, 7, 5, 5 represents read, write, and execute permissions for the owner, read and execute for the group, and also read and execute for others. Here's another example: read, write, and execute permissions for everyone. You definitely wouldn't want to do this for most of your files and directories. Let's look at a practical example. I'll modify the permissions on the settings file using the chmod command. Here, I'm setting the file permissions to 755. This results in read, write, and execute for the owner, read and execute permissions for the group, and read and execute permissions for others. Finally, we can use the chown command to change ownership of files and directories. Here I'm changing the file owner from bash to soze. We can also change the owner and the group simultaneously by separating the new owner and group with a colon as demonstrated. That's it. I hope you learned something new and this video was informative. See you in the next one.